Welcome along then to the beautiful hills of Belgium. It's the Formula Horizons Rolex Belgian Grand Prix of Season 14 here at Spa. It is round 4 of the World Championship, Season 14, as I said, held here in Spa-Francorchamps. Second time we have raced here. The circuit Spa-Francorchamps, beautiful track in the mountains. Sector 1, Sector 2, Sector 3, 5 laps, 7 kilometers, 4.35 miles per lap. Top speed of 362 kilometers per hour with a race lap held of 146.2 by Valtteri Bottas. Elevation change 102.2 meters with 19 turns around this track. Turns 2 and 3 going up the hill, Eau Rouge and Raidillon, Pierre Gasly and Sergio Perez battling it out up the hill. Downs into turn 5 through 7. We have Ricciardo and Max Verstappen going wheel to wheel, as they did a few times when they were teammates at Red Bull. And then down into the final couple of corners, turns 18 and 19, Alex Albon and Sergio Perez. At this point, the present and future of the Red Bull second seat, battling it out through the bus stop chicane. Here are the 3 tire compounds, as always, C5, C3, and C1 tires. C4, C3, C2 is about as close as the actual graphic is going to get to being correct for the entirety of the season, if I were to make a guess. It's a very mixed up starting group with lots of penalties. Let's check it out. We have Zuka Boy starting P20th alongside Mom Be Cool in P19th. Alan the Alien starts alongside Luis I Don't Know, P18th and 17th for the McLaren driver. Luna D. Darling starts 16th alongside John B. Cool starting 15th on the grid thanks to a grid penalty. We got Isaac Spacedolf sitting P14 ahead, or just behind, Philium Epical. Dad Be Cool lines up P12 alongside Nicholas Latifi in P11. It's a double Aston Martin row 5, Sebastian Vettel behind his teammate Jenson Button for the first time this season. Pierre Gasly starts P8 alongside Kaito 132 in P7. Never mind, I was going to say something there. Nate Cuisinot starts alongside Neo Hungary 6th for the Williams driver. What a qualifying this was. Easton Bound starts alongside Fernando Alonso, P4, P3 for the two. And it's Emerald Diggy and at first pole position for Landon Canoka here in Belgium. It's 5 lights and it's lights out and away we go here in Belgium. Landon Canoka gets an amazing start ahead of Emerald Diggy, making his way into the first corner. They go. We actually have audio for this race, so I'm actually going to turn the audio down a little bit, fix the mixing. Through the first corner, John B. Cool's already moved up into P9, through Eau Rouge, through Raidillon, and down to the straight. Flame Epical's moved up into P10. Pierre Gasly's down in P11. And look at that. Isaac Spacedolf down in P17 for Red Bull. But Nate Cuisinot sitting in... Oh, well, he was in P8. Now he's in P9, being outbroken by John V. Cool. Philippe Epical trying to work his way past... Or to stay past Pierre Gasly. I'll say, from a personal perspective, this is not a track I like driving. Controversial, but I don't like this track. Landon Canoka leading them away... doing very well so far in this race. You can tell that this is the ground effect regulations. Look at just how many sparks are flying up from the drivers. When they go up and downhill and on the curbs, you can just see it. Landon kicked out the back end of the car for a second there. He has not led a racing lap so far this season. Is going to have led his first ever lap. So here we are. Alan the Alien, P19 for Alfa Romeo. Not too different at qualifying there. The graphics did say Zuka Boy was starting from the pit lane. I can't figure out how to get that working in Assetto Corsa. As here we have Sebastian Vettel. Oh, and never mind, we had the 2 Haas drivers going wheel to wheel. They had a genuine chance at points, but they're too busy battling each other. Mom Be Cool getting past Dad Be Cool down into the first corner. Nate Cuisinot trying to gain on John Be Cool, who I think is one of the only drivers to have taken the Eau Rouge Raidillon complex completely flat so far in this race. But just look at the porpoising down the straight. Just like look at the Aston Martin, look at the Ferrari. And here we have the Williams. And the Alfa Romeo goes sailing around the outside of the Williams, filling Mavakal up into P9. Williams trying to score their first points of the season. I believe Alfa Romeo trying to score their first points of the season as well in this race. Jenson Button also doing the same. Sebastian Vettel's fallen down to P13 from P8 on the grid. Or was it No, P10. So Button's moved up. John B. Cool moved up. And Landon Kanoka is almost checking out at the front. If we're being completely honest, he's kind of just checking out a bit. John B. Cool very slow through the corners. Has Philippe Epical gaining. He can kind of bolt away from them in the first sector, but it's just that middle sector in the final. The middle sector really is just what gets him, because been very public about his disdain for medium speed corners this season. And yep. So would have started higher, but of course the grid penalties, the new engine parts, which doesn't really make sense. It's only round 4, but who cares? Because that's what the actual grid was. So Pierre Gasly sitting in a lowly P12, and here we have Landon Kanoka riding on board with Landon Kanoka. Just listen to that onboard. It is amazing. They brought back the V8s. Specifically, this is the Toro Rosso V8 from 2008. So, the race-winning car Sebastian Vettel drove at Monza, which is our next race on the calendar after Spa. Thank goodness. Not a fan of Spa. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not a fan of it, and that might be controversial. But Landon Kanoka just calmly just staying in control of the race out in front. About 2.5 seconds to gap. For, top 5 even, almost at a bit of a stalemate. Just not really moving positions. Really is. Here we go up into Eau Rouge and Raidillon. And you can see the cars some of them are almost braking uphill, which is not something that you see drivers do a lot, especially up here in Spa. Riding with Alan the Alien, following Alan the Alien. Most drivers are on the soft compound C3 except for Zuckerboy, Isaac Sveinsdorf, Jenson Button, and Easton Bound. Only drivers on the medium compound. Everyone else is on the softs. So maybe that'll explain why Isaac Sveinsdorf is just stuck down in P14. We are now on the final lap of the Grand Prix. Landon Kanoka, 1.5 ahead. He lost some time. It's almost dangerous how much they're braking going uphill. Unlike him, John B. Cool is taking it completely flat out. ERS use boost on all the way up the hill. As he just locks up and cuts the chicane there. I don't think there's going to be anything from that. Especially because the advantage has dropped back down to what it was behind, so... I've been quiet this race because I haven't really had much to say. It's a short race, only 5 laps because the track is long, but it's going to be his first pole position, his first win, his first Grand Slam. Landon Kanoka wins the Belgian Grand Prix. Emerald Diggy finishes P2, but there's still a lot of battling down the field. Nick Kunut could try and get past Isaac Spacedolf into the final couple corners, does not do so. Emerald Diggy, with this P2 finish, consistent as always, will be in the lead of the championship.